I mean, I think one of the most crucial aspects of being a leader is being able to listen. I think a good leader is someone who can draw from the strengths of others and make their impact felt better.
I would say that an effective leader can facilitate all the minds and provide direction and clarity. Because some different learning types, different personality types, they can take you in circles and that's the way they think, but an effective leader can pull out the strengths in every individual that comes to the table and be able to cultivate a greater than one project. So it's greater than the sum of all the parts.
I think what makes a good rural leader is community gathering together, seeing a need, and using relationship to get to the goal of what they need.
A single-minded leader can get one job done, but a leader who is willing to operate with other people and, work on the fly, change things midstream because there's a better idea that not necessarily was theirs, that makes a great leader.
What makes a good leader is integrity too. And you have to lead. You don't have to always be the one that's doing it, because everybody has their strong points. And you have to build on those strong points and let them go ahead and carry through what they would like to do. And to me, that's the most important thing, is teamwork.
Is there anything else a leader should be to make them a good leader?
Well, always gets into something even if they kind of feel uncomfortable to do it, and everyone else will join in.
If they're doing something, they would stop what they're doing and go to help people who needed help.
So I think you need honesty and a wish to benefit your fellow man, and maybe health and the ability to do this, because you need the knowledge to look into the future and see what we need. And those are some of the things that leadership requires. A perseverance in the face of all odds. And God knows we have them out here in the rural communities where sometimes we're drowned out, dried out, hailed out, no money, no nothing. Yet through all those years of the Depression, they kept on persevering. They kept on struggling because they knew they'd win in the long run. So those are some of the things I think you need for leadership.
You can have the best idea in the world, but if you're not willing to adapt or change with what other needs are out there, it's going to fall by the wayside. So if you're willing to listen to those around you, no matter how old, no matter how young, because some of the youngest people have some of the best ideas that get put by the wayside just because they're young. I think it's just a matter of listening to everybody and taking it all under consideration and doing what's best for everyone.
When I was first on the Chamber of Commerce, which was then a Board of Trade, there was an old fella here who was regarded as a leader in the community, and just about everything you'd come up with, he'd say, well, we tried that back at 52 and it didn't work, so we won't do it now. And we didn't. And so as I got older, I turned to the young people all the time. What are your ideas? What are your ideas? I know we tried it back in 52 or whatever, and it was difficult, but times are different now, and maybe it'll work.
And it would be good to have more young people involved. I've been involved for a long time, and it still is very much my passion, and God willing, it still will be for some time. But we do need more young people involved, and there are young people out there, but sometimes they feel that the older people don't want to listen to them, and that's one of the most important things. You have to listen and work as a team.
Maybe an older generation's priorities are different than our priorities. So listening and then reflecting on what can happen when they can both kind of combine in the middle, and kind of trying your hardest as a younger individual to create that point in the middle. Change scares people. Change is hard for a lot of people, and just knowing how to kind of bring it on slowly, but still creating that warmth that people need and desire.
What kind of leader does Consort need?
I think somebody that's strong, that's focused, and lots of willpower. You have to be really committed. And I think the younger the better, because you get a new generation, and that's what's coming up, is you're trying to make the town grow. And everybody has a different way of thinking, and I think the younger the generation, the more you are up to date.
If somebody else does all the work for you and you just have it handed to you, you don't seem to enjoy it, or, like I said, appreciate it as you should. Whereas the new generation now taking part in it, they can take ownership of this community because they've put their sweat into it and their insight and their ideas. So it makes a big difference.
Because community needs to be built. Community doesn't just happen. Community is something of individuals coming together, so they need to find the strengths of the individuals within the area and be able to really focus on those strengths and adopt them and cultivate the atmosphere, creating a safe atmosphere for people to come up, speak up, and bring their ideas to the table so we can all grow, bond, and create the community in which we want to be involved and live.
My role as a family physician here, I take some leadership responsibilities. But even our local nurses here, our local managers here, some of them have, they're excellent leaders. They've been given responsibilities. They've been given specific tasks, and they go about that task not by bullying others, but by essentially identifying what the needs are, listening to what everybody's point of view is, listening to ideas brought on by the team they're working with, and then seeing how they can make those objectives of the team or the community come to fruition by making sure those goals are met, or those agendas are met.
Do you know any leaders in your community?
Yeah.
My mom. My mom is a pretty good leader.
So what does your mom do?
She works at a greenhouse. She works at the school. But she's super busy in the greenhouse, but often she always drops whatever she's doing just to go, and volunteers to clean up and all that. Yesterday there was this fire in somebody's field. She dropped everything she did and made a potato salad
for everyone to eat after they had a tough day.
I'm a newcomer kind of to the community myself. I've been here truly 8-ish years, and it took a while to come on in and stuff like that. And I don't see myself as a leader or whatever, but I am a doer. If someone needs my help, I will be there. If someone needs something, I am more than willing to help.
I think if you're not willing to give a little bit of your time, a little bit of your effort and energy, that you then can't be the one complaining and be disappointed when things aren't going well. So I think if the more people that are willing just to lend a helping hand, give a little bit of their precious time, it can go a really long ways in a small town like this when you don't have a lot of resources to tap into.
Well, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being a coach in the hockey teams, and I enjoyed being on council. I don't get that. I didn't make no fortune out of either one. I got a few very nice friends when I was coaching the hockey, and I made some friends when I was on council too. I guess that's the main part of living. Is if you're going to be a leader, to do the best you can.